got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real buddies. Real buddies.
Here we go.
Here we go.
You're wearing that vest again.
I wear it all the time. It's just a basic black vest.
Basic and loud.
What do you mean loud?
You can pick. It picks up. Yes, you can hear that very easily.
Can you hear that, Otis?
Yes,
Huh?
you can.
Can you hear that, buddy? You need a new owner, don't you? Yeah.
Wow, that's hurtful. Well, I'm letting you wear the vest because I made an error.
Ooh.
And last week something happened with the memory card, and none of the
Dun,
video
dun,
worked.
dun.
So it's been a couple of video errors in the last couple of weeks. So
I keep telling you, we need. What? Who do we need?
we need some funding, a sponsor.
We do. We need a well-heeled sponsor to help us out with our technical difficulties. But I'm thinking we need a intern.
Someone who's more tech savvy than me.
Well, probably someone younger than you that
Okay.
seems to be more in tune with what's going on.
Thank you. It wasn't even my fault. The memory card was something happened to it.
Something happened to it?
I don't know what happened.
Okay.
Otis. I don't know if he's drinking from the toilet in there.
Is he? He's in the VIP lounge.
He's licking his mouth coming out of the bathroom. Hey, no, get out of here. Well, I'm very excited today. You know why?
Why?
It's because you showed up with some ideas, some
What?
topics to talk about.
No, not really. Don't get used to this.
There's
okay? Do
John put
not
down
get used
four
to this.
things, four whole
I
things.
did. 4 whole things I thought about on the way out to the TBB studio.
And I'm just jazzed that you took the time to put them down on the app we use.
Well,
and
I did. I put them down in the app when I finally got here. Of course, I couldn't remember half of them. You had to give me a little brain tease to keep them going. But yeah, we got them. We got them down.
Well, we might as well start off with this. Are these? You said these aren't peeves. These are just thoughts.
Well, one of them is a peeve.
Okay. Well, let's start off with. Let's go top to bottom.
Okay.
What do you have here, John? What'd you bring? What'd you bring for your
You know,
show and tell today?
I was driving out here tonight, and I got really kind of upset because I was driving through. I take the main road coming over to the TBB studios in southern Kansas City, and I found a number of houses that were completely lit up with Christmas lights.
What's wrong with that?
What do you mean, what's wrong with that? It's not even Thanksgiving yet.
Well, there's not Thanksgiving lights. Why can't they just enjoy their
Well,
Christmas
there's
a little
not
longer?
supposed to be Thanksgiving lights. You're not supposed to do this kind of stuff until after Thanksgiving.
How
That's
much-
when the Christmas season starts, after Thanksgiving.
How much do you
If not, ask your mom. She'll tell you all about it.
Oh, she's the worst person to ask about
No,
this.
she's the best person because she
decorate-
knows better.
No, she decorated for Christmas before Halloween.
They don't have their lights on the exterior of the house, do they?
They do. As of 2 weeks ago, they have their outside lights on too.
No, they don't.
So take your
but your dad doesn't turn them on, does he?
My dad turned them on.
No.
Take your complaint somewhere else because
No, I'm not going to.
They like Christmas.
It's just everybody likes Christmas, but there's a season for it, and the season starts after Thanksgiving.
Sorry, Dad.
So
You're
everybody
offended.
becomes seasonal, please.
Wow.
No more Christmas lights until after Thanksgiving or the night of Thanksgiving.
Scrooge alert over here.
You bet. You
Bah,
betcha. Bah.
Wow. Okay, well, now I'm curious because I thought that was your positive one. You were going to say I like Christmas lights, but
I do.
You
I
said
do.
one-
I love Christmas lights.
But you
And we
said-
put them on our house.
you said one of these four was a peeve, and it's looking like 3 out of the 4 are peeves.
Uh-oh.
So what's your next one?
My next one is rude people.
So is that a peeve?
That's a real peeve.
Okay, so now we're 2 for 2.
We're 2 for 2, folks.
Peeves.
It's going to hit.
So let's hear about your rude people peeve.
Well, Cutie Pie and I eat out a lot, because it's just the two of us. And, we don't want to come home at night. And like most people, that only have 2 people in the family currently, that you don't want to cook a great big meal or spend all that time to cook a big meal. So the first thing you do is, what would you like? I don't know. What would you like? Well, I don't know. And so we always go out to dinner, or I will always go and get dinner. That's my job.
Okay.
My job, and it's a big job. It's a huge job, as a matter of fact. Massive undertaking.
Okay.
So, but this week, it seemed like every night this week, wherever I went, people were just rude.
To you?
To me.
How could they be rude to John?
I don't know. I was just, I went to one of our favorite places.
Let me guess. Jalapenos.
No.
Chipotle.
No.
Culver's.
Well, we went to all these places, yeah, but that was not one of them.
The peanut?
No. Oh, heavens, no. Peanut's always a good place.
I thought I named all your go-tos.
No, we got one more.
Culver's, Chipotle, Panda, Jovito's.
No. Jovito's are great. Those people are the best in the world.
In the world.
They really, in the world. Yeah. And congratulations to my buddy Jordan at Jovito's. He just had a son, little baby boy.
How do you know this?
Because I've talked to him. I saw
You were just
him.
there?
I went up there one night. We placed an order, and there was some other lady there, very nice. And she said, "No." I said, "Where's Jordan?" And she goes, "Well, he's on maternity leave."
Paternity?
I said, "What?" She goes, "Yeah, he and his wife had a little baby boy." So congrats out to both of them. And this, I forget it. He told me his son's name, and I forgot it.
Tony.
No, it's not Tony.
So is this place you're having an issue with a chain? Is it a fast food chain?
No, it's not a fast food chain. It's a local Kansas City establishment.
Local Kansas City. And it wasn't... Is it on Ward Parkway?
No.
It's not a fast food? Winstead's?
No, not Winstead's. That's a shame. I mean, have you eaten at Winstead's recently?
Last time I went to Winstead's was with you after that car show a couple of years ago, down by the plaza.
Yeah.
And there's a giant hole, like a bullet hole in the
There
glass.
was a big bullet hole in the window.
And somebody was just passed out drunk on the booth next to us.
Great place.
I got to get this. What's the main road it's nearest to?
State line.
State line. Oh, Gates.
Well, I'm not going to say the name.
Okay. Try to guess all the others. You said no. Hi, how may I help you?
Yeah, well, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was just kind of walked in and goes, yeah.
Do you have an AirPod in?
I did not have an AirPod.
Did he?
No.
Did they? So he just said, yeah, and what do you do?
What do you want?
Oh.
I mean, it was just very
He said, what do you want?
Yeah, what do you want?
And what'd you say?
I placed my order.
2 beef on bun?
No. No, we've kind of graduated from that. We don't do that anymore.
Okay, what's your new order?
New one is a long end and fries.
And you share that?
It's 4 ribs and an order of fries because we can't eat it all night.
Okay, so you told him that, and what do you say next?
Nothing really. They didn't say anything next. And then once my order came up, they said that'll be such and such, such and such.
Okay.
And I said okay, and so I gave my credit card, and they ran that through. And
they probably asked you
lady
for a
didn't
tip.
even say thank you or anything.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
She probably asked for a tip. She turned the iPad around and
that's the first thing.
$40 or $50 for a tip.
Yeah, right.
Because of my great service and attitude today.
Great personality and service and attitude. Give me 40. But no. So anyway, and then, it has been too bad because I think that's lacking in the industry.
That's normal now.
Is that normal?
It's also
why is it normal?
Isn't that kind of their shtick at the Gates though? Is like they're just kind of rude on purpose. Like
No, I don't think that they were ever that way. I think that, you know, they always had that, hi, may I help you?
But it wasn't like, take your cup.
Yeah, really.
Get out of here.
Get your tray. Get out of here.
You white hair.
What's going on here?
Shoot.
You old geezer. Come on now. So anyway, I'm
sorry to hear that.
My complaint of the week, unfortunately.
Where else was the other places you went that were attitudes?
Where was it that we went to? I went to some other restaurant that was not of suitable character, so to speak.
You can't remember what it was?
I can't remember where it was, but in any event, I know I had 2 of them this week that kind of bothered me a little bit.
Sorry.
I thought, well, you know, I just got to bring that up and
Chipotle, Culver's. Culver's is always nice.
Culver's is always nice.
Panda, were they mean to you there?
No, they weren't. As a matter of fact, they were very nice to me there.
I went to a Panda Express a couple weeks ago, and I brought Otis, and went through the drive-thru to pick up an order, and she went to hand it out the window, and she saw Otis, and she said she was afraid of dogs, and she wouldn't reach her hand out the window. So I had to lean all the way out to grab it out of the window because she was too afraid to stick her arm out. So
she must have had a traumatic experience.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. How can I be with Otis? I mean, look at him.
Yeah, he's just asleep over there.
He's over there sleeping already, snoozing.
Yeah.
He got his drink of water. So.
Well, I'll offset your negative complaint with a positive one.
Okay, what is that?
Usually I have negative ones too, but I went to an AutoZone. And, well, first was that Chad guy I told you about, and he was just not much of a help and not the biggest personality. Took one a couple days later, took my car in to a different AutoZone to get tested, and this guy, I don't know his name, but he was very helpful. He was very nice, and that's really all. He had a good attitude, it seemed like, and seemed like he cared. Wasn't just being forced to be there. So that's my positive offset of your negative.
I have a positive too. I can offset. I went to
spread joy, John.
Let's spread joy.
Oh,
ta-da! Joy.
So what's your joy?
So my joy is that I had some tire issues on my car not too long ago, and so I didn't know what it was. At first, I thought it was just, the tires needed to be rotated, or maybe I even needed new tires. I don't know. So anyway, I took it back to Costco where I bought the tires, and there was one guy that was not very nice, just not very nice. You have to make an additional appointment to bring it in to have our technicians check it out for you. I thought, well, okay, I'm game with that. I could do that. So I did that, and the guy came back and he said, "No, your tires are okay. You're fine." This is the mechanic or the technician, I should say. But went back up to the front where Mr. Meany was, and he had been replaced with Mr. Nice Guy.
Wow.
Yeah. So Mr. Nice Guy was just extremely nice, very pleasant. And, God, he balanced the tires for me. I thought they might be out of balance or something, but he balanced the tires at no charge. Did all kinds of little things, little acts of kindness that I thought were really nice.
Even though it turned out to not be any of those issues, it was something else?
No, it was something else.
But it was still nice he did that.
Yeah, it was nice he did that. So, no, the issue was a wheel bearing.
Well, I want to give a shout out again to my mechanic, Verl.
Okay. Was that Verl?
Because my car still hasn't had the light come back on.
Really? Yay!
It's been a whole week.
Oh, this is sweet.
So hopefully it's fixed. Hopefully I didn't jinx it if that's a thing.
No, I don't think so.
So it's been running well. No lights came on. So shout out Verl for doing it for $4,000 cheaper than Honda. And after the first time I told him how much they'd charge me, after he confirmed it was not going to be what they said it was, I said, okay, good, because they were going to tell me $5,400. And he had told me $150. And then about an hour later, he called back and said, actually, it's not going to be that cheap. It's something else. So it ended up being $1,300, but I'll still take that. He could have done something else.
Oh, sure. Sure. He could have held you up pretty quick.
So I drove to Omaha and back, and it was dandy.
Good.
But yeah, I went to Omaha this past weekend. Had some photo shoots. Got to see my friends Andrea and Jesse.
And how was Andrea and Jesse?
They are great.
Did you do a shoot for them?
I did a shoot.
Cool.
They had a 1-month-old daughter.
Oh.
And a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Maybe a year and a half. So So they were fun. And Jesse found out that I had a podcast. He didn't know that. His wife knew.
Oh, okay.
So he said he's going to start listening. So this is a test.
All right. Okay.
So we're going to shout out Jesse, and he's got to tell me when he hears a shout out, because if he's listening, he'll
What
hear
does Mr. Jesse do? Is there something that he could bring to the podcast that we might think about? Would he be a very good?
He'd be a very, very interesting one.
Really?
But not one who could probably share a lot about his job.
Okay.
So I'll leave it at that.
All right.
He does undercover stuff.
Okay.
So
all right.
And I'm not talking in the bed.
Okay.
That's weird. Shout out Jesse.
That was real weird.
He would have liked that joke.
Well, shout out to Jesse.
So
welcome, Mr. Jesse.
Shout out Jesse. Hopefully you're listening. If not, that's a shame. And
yeah.
I'm very upset. So that was fun. Did that shoot Saturday morning. And then I had rescheduled all my shoots from the 2nd to the 9th. And
that's
also
due
the 16th,
to weather, wasn't it?
due to weather.
Yeah.
Rescheduled for the 9th, and then found out that Saturday was going to be rainy, so pushed it to the 10th.
Okay.
So I went to my parents' house, watched Iowa State lose again. And then Sunday morning, I had 3 shoots, all with people I knew. A couple weddings I had shot in one family, and then the other family was another wedding I shot, and then the third one was a friend from high school. And then had a break, went to a coffee shop, sat around, edited there, and then came back to the same park and had 4 more shoots. So
wow.
And then I drove back to Kansas City that night.
Yeah.
And then this week Janelle's been gone.
Yeah, that's what I understand. She's
been gallivanting across California.
Gallivanting across California.
She's
she's
big time. She's Hollywood.
Is she going Hollywood on us?
She's there for a work trip, but in her free time in the evening she can do stuff on the weekends. So
what has she done? She
went to Rodeo Drive.
Ooh, oh, that's bad.
Yeah, she didn't spend any money that I know of, but
that she know of.
She did. She gets a per diem or whatever for work, and
that didn't cover Rodeo Drive.
I want you to guess how much her smoothie cost. It wasn't on Rodeo Drive, but it was in L.A.
Oh, it has to be at least $20.
Okay, well, that's not fun. You guessed way higher.
I did?
Yeah, it was 17, but...
Oh, well, still, I mean, $17 for a smoothie.
Yeah, this place is known...
Way to go for it. Way to go, Gavin Newsom.
It's a...
I'm not political or anything.
It's a Whole Foods on steroids, this place she went to.
Uh-huh.
What's the name of it? What's it called?
Why is these, you think they mark things up or jack the prices up so high on anything that's related to Whole Foods or natural foods?
Because they can get away with it there.
Well, it's, supply and demand, I guess.
Dang, where was this?
Is she enjoying the weather? I'm sure she is.
I believe so.
Has she got an opportunity to go to the ocean or anything?
They've gone to the ocean. She went to Santa Monica Pier, I think it was called.
Oh, that's the best. That's pretty place.
She was really busy. She went to the Hollywood sign, saw that.
Did she? Okay.
She went to Beverly Hills.
Ooh.
Went to some restaurants and bars that the people from the show she watches own.
Oh, yeah?
Tried to find some celebrities there. Didn't see any.
Okay.
That's really been it. She's tried some new restaurants. Had some fish and chips.
Oh, we're going to have to get her on the podcast and give. We need an update on her trip. It sounded like she had a good time.
She's probably got some giant ring that she bought and some big jewelry, a Rolex, and a new handbag and a little dog sticking out of the handbag. What do they call
those bags? I forget what they are. The ones that are like $5,000 or $6,000 a piece.
Yeah, there's a few brands, but she'll probably find a nice one.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's what she's been doing. I've been living the bachelor life.
Yeah. How's that going?
It's been fine. I've been busy enough that just haven't mind other places.
Mm-hmm.
Work's been busy this week.
When is she due back?
She's due back this weekend.
Okay.
I had a big meeting today for work, and I had to prep for that. And also, I've had a lot of editing to do. So.
So when are you gonna clean up the place?
Well, that's kind of, I don't know. She wanted me to have it clean before you got here, and that clearly didn't happen.
Well, sure. As far as I'm concerned, it's clean.
What's great is on camera, if it's still working. You can only see the clean part over here.
Yeah.
But there's stuff. There's a board behind the desk.
I know.
And then there's probably 6 bags of clothes over here. You can't see some pillows.
But that's okay. That's
a treadmill.
Fine. That's fine.
A Peloton, a rowing machine. And you can't see it because it's cropped in on just us.
But because of all that, you have a really fine office.
Well, thank you. Glad
really
you
nice.
noticed.
Yeah.
I moved all the... Did we already say this before? I don't think we got to it last week.
I don't think so.
Moved all the stuff out of the workout room down here because we're going to sell the couch that's out here and then move the workout stuff out here, and then I'll have my own office.
Okay.
So, because Fridays I work from home. She works from home every day. And it's got to be annoying that we'd have to leave the room for the other person we had a call. And
yeah, that's kind of hard.
So
makes it tough.
Anyway, now I have my own space, and it's nice. So I've been down here every night after work, been editing.
Cool.
Which is kind of depressing when I get home at 5:15, 5:30, and it's already dark. I want to take a nap so bad, but I don't. And I have to push through.
That's one of the other things that I had on my list
Sorry
here.
to steal your thunder.
No, you didn't steal my thunder.
So what's your time change?
It's the time change. What do you think of the time change? Do you like it or dislike it?
I don't know anyone who likes it.
Then why do we have it?
I don't know.
What is it? What is the reason for time change?
I do like how it's brighter earlier in the morning, so it's easier to get up.
Oh, I hate that. Why? I mean,
You want it to be dark later?
No, it doesn't matter.
What time do you get up in the morning?
I get up. It depends. It depends if I have to go to work or not. If I go to work, it's generally I'm up by 6:30 ish.
Yeah, but now it's a little brighter then. If you don't have to go to work, what time do you get up?
Probably 7.
So why does that matter? I mean, it's not that much different. Why do you care that it's brighter?
Well, because when I was driving out here this evening, it was dark.
I know. I don't like that part, but I do like how I'm trying to find the bright in things, the literal bright side of things.
I want to know why they do the time change. What is the reason behind it?
Something about farming. They needed more hours in the...
Well, yeah, but it's a reverse now.
I don't know, because they farm in the morning. I don't know.
We need to have Joe and Steve get on that one. Why do we have a time change?
I bet Steve has a good story about time
Steve,
change.
Steve always has a good story. We got to call him on the phone. Just kind of ambush him some night.
We should.
Do you think he's up for that?
Sometime, yeah, we should.
Okay. When do you think we should do it?
Next week.
Well, let's do it next week. Okay, we'll plan on it next week.
So that's a peeve you have is the time change?
Well, it's not.
So we're 3 for 3 on peeves. You told me you had one peeve.
It's really not a peeve, but it's why I just don't understand why we do it. It's more of a concern,
All right. So
it's more of a question of why.
All right. So the last one is UFO a peeve, or is that just a thought?
No, it was just a thought I was thinking about. I don't know why I was thinking about the UFOs, but that's always a big thing. What do you think about a UFO? You think there are UFOs?
What's your UFOs?
What's your thoughts?
Did you do something legal on the Missouri side that wouldn't be legal on the Kansas side?
No. I should have, though.
Had a little edible and he started thinking about UFOs?
No gummies or any of that kind of stuff.
Man, this is far out. What are your thoughts on UFOs?
I think we should have stopped when we were in Colorado, but we didn't. We just kept going.
Well, you can do that legally in Kansas City now.
We can legally in Kansas City, yes.
Man, I would die for some Funyuns.
Yeah, really.
Some puffy Cheetos.
Would you pass me the cheese puffs?
I could go for some Chinese right now, bro. I think that UFOs are interesting.
Do you think there are UFOs?
You'd have to ask Shane. He probably has been to Area 51. That's probably his biggest secret.
Really?
I don't know.
I thought about that. I thought about can we ask Mr. Shane? But
didn't the government admit there were UFOs?
I don't. They're starting to kind of open up a little bit about it, saying yes, they think there are some anomalies. Whereas before they always said, nope, just weather balloons. That's it. Weather balloons, folks. That's all we got. No more, no less. That kind of thing. But no, I definitely think there's UFOs out there. I really do.
A video you have to watch.
We have a video?
Yeah, there's this guy who he gets hypnotized and he starts talking like an alien. I hope this works.
How does he know what
Just
an alien
watch.
talks like?
I don't know.
Don't make me confess no unsolved crime.
Dang. 1 second. Technical difficulties. Could have used an intern.
Yeah, where's our intern when we need one?
Okay, let's try this.
We need the rich daddy first.
The rich daddy.
Rich daddy, yeah, to help us out in podcast.
Oh, I thought you were
Podcast money.
you're not the rich daddy?
PCM, podcast money.
You're not the RD?
No, not the RD.
Wait. Wait. Sorry, one moment. This is going to be worth it.
Thank you for your patience during our technical difficulties.
Don't make me confess no unsolved crimes now.
You're not gonna loosen up your arm. Loosen up your arm. Just let it go. No, just follow my fingers. Look down. Look down. Look down. Look down. Look down. Look down. Sleep. That's it. Let it go. Let it go.
So he's hypnotized.
So in a moment, when I count to 3, Darkshire, NASA is planning on going to Mars. And we've got you here, our first Martian, when I count to 3. It's 1, 2, 3. Just sit up, open your eyes. Hey there, our first Martian. What's your first impression of the planet Earth here? What'd you have for breakfast this morning? It doesn't sound good. Did you like it? What's the typical Martian meal going to be? Whoa. Okay, what did he just say? Errol.
Oh, man. I don't know. He has to say it again. I didn't hear it.
Say it one more time. There you go. And what do you think of the women on the planet here? Oh, yeah. Errol, can you say that? Yeah, okay, you can't. Okay. No, I got it. But in the interest of the public, we don't want, yeah.
So this is the first Martian speak on podcast for Real Buzz Podcast. I like it. Okay,
So
see?
I think it could be real. He was there.
He was very convincing.
I thought so.
His buddies weren't.
So you think UFOs are real?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
What evidence have you seen?
Just the films that are all those different films that are out there from the conspiracy theorists and all of that.
So do you believe in Bigfoot then?
I think there could be an animal of that, a creature of that size.
A Yeti?
A Yeti, yes.
Well, interesting.
What do you think?
I don't know.
No?
I'm always hesitant to believe anything.
Well,
I'm
you're a
skeptical
skeptic. You're a
about
skeptic.
all
You
things.
don't believe anything. You just,
Yeah. I'd have to see with my own eyes for me to believe it.
I would love to talk to somebody that, most of the sightings and things that they've seen are been like airline pilots, military pilots, people like that. So they're not just your everyday run of the mill kind of guy like me that, I look up and go, oh, there's one. It's not that kind of thing.
That's a power line, John.
Yeah, it is. Right.
It's a frisbee.
It's a bird that flew into that power line. Wow.
Well, that was fun. Thank you for bringing 4 different topics.
Sure. Well,
that's half the episode already. I'm honored. You should do that more often.
Okay.
Don't ask for too much.
See. Don't push it here, big guy.
Well, I have a couple peeves.
Oh, what's your peeves?
First peeve, a couple weeks ago got a new screen protector on my phone.
You did.
And I was walking into work I had my phone in my shoulder.
Oh, yeah.
Pitched up. And I was getting my backpack out of the car. I was on a call and I dropped it and I shattered the screen protector.
Oh, you're kidding already?
So
let's see that guy. Can we see it?
You can't really. There's a crack there and it's all over.
Yeah.
So I had to. Well, there's a warranty for it, so I just had to pay for shipping. But
okay,
still not fun. I was annoyed.
Okay, it's still an annoyance.
But I didn't break the phone, so I'm thankful.
Yeah.
Turn that frown upside down is a blessing.
Well, it wasn't as bad as what you thought it was going to be. It's kind of like your car.
Yeah.
See there?
Wow.
You're batting them out of the park here, bud.
And then I have a giant crack in my wall by my front door. What's that? What's the positive spin on that?
Positive spin on that is because Those are very natural. They all they happen to every kind of structure there is. It's not a big crack. It's not a major foundation problem or anything like that.
Hopefully not. How do you? What's the bright side of that, though? What's the positive?
The bright side is you can just fill it in and go from there.
Well, it's not only a bright side. That's a fix. Anyway.
Well, a fix is a bright side because then you won't be seeing it anymore, and you won't be stressing over it and thinking that your house is caving in or sinking into the ground from Earth's natural cavities.
Do you think I have ADD?
Yeah, ADD.
Peeling this label off. Now I gotta finish it.
Here we go, folks. We're seeing the real Taylor Atkinson right here.
The Otis wants it. Anyway, that's fun. I have a peeve that I thought you would say of the week.
What's that?
I was talking to Mike. He said the other day, Courtney needed her to ride home from work, or from a work trip.
Right.
And he
Why
said,
would you call it a peeve
well,
if you're talking to Mike?
What do you mean?
So you're saying that Mike
relayed information, and he was laughing about it, and he said he just thought you'd have been upset. And I said, I'm sure that'll be John's peeve of the week. And it was not, but you offered to go get your daughter from the airport,
right?
Because Mike had a meeting for work,
right?
And he was cracking up because he has that Life 360 app on Courtney's phone, where they can see like their trips and all that.
Oh, so he was watching where I was coming home.
Well, he later on saw the route that you took.
Oh, isn't that classic?
He saw that you picked her up at like 5:15.
Yeah.
And you got to your house at 6:45.
Yeah, I know.
And so it sounded like a fun trip for you and your daughter, some bonding.
Well, it was nice. It was bonding, but there was a lot of road closures.
So here
they weren't marked very.
Here was the map. And at some point you
that's classic
got
stuff.
off the interstate, got back on, went a little further, got back off, got back on. There are all these bridge closures. So I figured that would be your peeve of the week was all the bridge closures.
Nah. Got time to spend with my daughter. Are you kidding? That can't be a peeve.
Oh, look at the blessing in that.
There was a blessing in that. Right.
Well, proud of you.
It really was. So we may have to back up and regroup on that one. Can you edit that out?
Well, folks, I just gave away a Christmas surprise.
You certainly did.
So we're going to go ahead and edit that out.
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Got to put an edit that out.
Yeah. Edit that out. Capital that.
Cool. Well, neat.
Okay.
Won't say what it was. Won't say who we gave that up on, but we'll be able to share after Christmas, folks.
What about a superpower? Taylor wants ability to tell.
Okay.
What?
So the other day,
what is
I
this?
was thinking I just had a really dumb joke, and it didn't land. And I was thinking,
what do you mean it didn't land?
No one really laughed, and I was embarrassed that I just told it.
It?
I don't remember the joke, but I just remember.
Well, you got a couple options here for.
And I just remember thinking, I wish that if I had a superpower, it'd be not that I could fly or be invisible. I guess I wouldn't be invisible at that moment.
Yeah, invisible would be good.
But it was just that I could tell before I told a joke if everyone would enjoy it or not, because that would save me a lot of pain and heartache.
Well, that's what jokes are all about, the unknown.
Well, when you're not good at them, it makes it a little tougher.
Yeah, but you're good at them.
I don't believe so. So anyway, that
Okay.
was a superpower that I wanted, was the ability to tell if it was funny or not.
Oh, tell if it's a funny joke. Okay.
So I just have a lot of random things I put down. The other day I was driving to work and I drove by this school and these kids looked so old. And
What do you mean? It was a junior college, for Christ's sake.
It was a junior high.
What are you supposed to think?
It was a junior high. And it reminded me of the movies like on Disney Channel when the kids were, the actors were like 30 years old and they were playing high schoolers.
Yeah.
These kids looked like they were well into high school and they were going to the middle school. Just a couple, just looked old. I thought kids are getting older. Are they looking more old?
You're getting old.
It was
You
boys.
are getting old.
It was boys and girls. It wasn't just
It
like
doesn't matter.
one.
You're
I just
still
felt,
getting. You are there. Welcome to the club.
why are they dressed like that? You need a coat. So
Here we go. Turning into our parents. I love it.
So another note. On the way to work, a lot of times I'll regret, like I'll take the side roads and then I'll regret it because it takes so long and I wish I would have taken the interstate.
Yeah.
But every time I take the interstate, I wish I would have taken the side roads because the drive is so much more stressful on the interstate. Cars slamming on their brakes. Just nonsense.
Is that a conundrum?
I guess. I don't know. But the other day I regretted on Monday morning taking the interstate. And I get to 435 and someone had run over or dropped either some giant piece of wood or styrofoam.
Ooh.
I didn't find out what it was, thankfully, but it was in the middle 2 lanes of 4, but it had sprayed everywhere. And I felt like I was in some action movie where it was like just debris coming up and I was dodging it. And I knew there's no one next to me, but I didn't do anything crazy. I slowed down, but I was kind of like dodging a little bit. So that was exciting. But as I was dodging, I was thinking, I just spent like $6,000 on my car. I do not need this.
I know.
So anyway, I regretted that and then got to work no earlier than I would have had I taken the side road. So yeah. Another random thought. Do you know who Zach Bryan is?
Some actor, isn't he?
No.
Oh.
I mean, he acted in his own music videos, I'm sure, but he's a country singer.
Okay. All right. Okay. You're right. Okay.
He's a newer guy in the last few years since COVID, but...
How old is he? Is he in his 20s?
He's 28, I believe.
28?
Yes.
Young pup. Okay.
Young pup. But he's gotten very big very fast, and Janelle and I saw him in concert. He was good. Okay. But his tickets are crazy expensive now, and anyway, he was dating a girl. Her name on her podcast is Brianna Chicken Fry.
Brianna Chicken Fry.
The last name is fake. It's some alter ego, whatever.
Well, yeah, I would think so.
But they broke up, and apparently he wasn't a good dude.
Really?
And she has a podcast.
Wait, no. What's the deets?
Well, she has a podcast.
Yeah.
And she got on last week and went through all the details of it.
She did?
And want to guess how much he offered to pay her to not talk about it?
$50.
50. A more realistic guess.
Oh.
He's a very rich country singer.
Well, he's brand new, though, isn't he, into the country scene?
He's been singing for probably 4 years now.
Okay. So he has a couple bucks.
He does.
Probably a couple mil.
He offered her $12 million.
You're kidding.
To not talk about it.
Wow.
And
she did talk about it, though?
Well, she thought about accepting it, went back and forth, and then she declined the offer.
Ooh.
Because she's got a podcast, and I'm sure she thought she'd make money talking about it or whatever. And also she wanted it to be a lesson and teach other girls to just stand up for themselves. So
what was the reason for the breakup?
He kind of ended things with her a little bit and broke up with her via text message.
Oh.
And didn't support her on her tour of her podcast. And he went on tour and was just controlling. Didn't like what she was wearing. Didn't like who she was talking to.
Uh-oh.
He got mad because
kiss of death there, right, folks?
She was listening to Morgan Wallen, and he does not like Morgan Wallen, and he told her to stop. So, lots of little things, but
good for her.
She got out of that. But it'd be hard to imagine turning down $12 million just so you could talk about your breakup.
I don't know.
I could do a lot with $12 million.
Yeah, I could too. Could fix that crack up above the door.
But you told me it wasn't a big deal.
It's not a big deal. So it wouldn't cost you very much.
Wow,
but you could take it out.
You're scaring me.
You could take it out.
You could probably fix the foundation that's causing that big
crack. You should. You call a cement guy in here to
Thanks.
restructure your foundation.
Perfect. Thank you, John.
Get some steel beams in there. You'll be good.
Appreciate that reassurance.
We'll drill it down to bedrock and be fine.
So yeah, that was interesting. I have a new segment idea.
Oh, what's that?
Coincidence of the week.
Coincidence of the week.
I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like there's a lot of things that happen that, not like a big thing like, oh, that was a sign from God, or like God planned this out, but like just seems like a coincidence Like, I don't think that, like, me and Janelle meeting was a coincidence. That seems like an act of God, you know? Like, it was in God's plan that we would meet.
I tend to agree with you on certain things.
Okay. Well, that's all. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But, like, as far as coincidences, it's not, like, a big thing at all. Like, for example, one of them, I was listening to a podcast, and they mentioned a school bus in the podcast. And I went to back out of my driveway as they were saying that, and I looked up, and there's a school bus driving by me.
Now, that's a coincidence.
Coincidence.
Yeah.
Today, I was listening to another podcast, and there's a commercial for Mint Mobile.
Yeah.
You heard of Mint Mobile?
Right. Yeah.
And as they were saying Mint Mobile, I don't usually eat mints, but today we had this meeting for work, and there were those Lifesaver mints. And I was putting one in my mouth in my car on the way home as they said Mint Mobile.
That's a coincidence.
That was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Then the last one on the podcast, something on there mentioned being an ally to like gay people. Like, I'm an ally. And as they said that, I looked up, and the car in front of me had a rainbow sticker.
Okay.
Coincidence.
That's coincidence. Yeah.
I just feel those things happen to me a lot where someone's talking about, I don't know, something. Or I'll hear a word for the first time in a long time, and then it'll be in a song right after. Or, I don't know. I don't feel like you're following me too much.
I am following you. I'm following you completely.
But I'd like you to keep track of your coincidences. And
My coincidences?
yeah, let me know when you have some coincidences. I just feel there's a lot of things like that have happened lately where, like, I don't know, someone says Oklahoma State Cowboys, then I'll look over and the car has a Oklahoma State Cowboys license plate.
Okay.
Anyway, that's all.
All right. We'll see what we can come up with here. We ought to throw that out to the audience too to see what some of their coincidences
Send
are.
us your coincidences.
Yeah, send it to them. So
Not even anything
we'll
like
put them on the air.
crazy. Like, I happen to be in the same well, it could be that. Went to the same airport as my friend at the exact same time, and we didn't even know. And I don't know.
Yeah.
It's hard.
That's pushing it, but okay.
Okay, well, make sure you mark down your coincidences.
Okay. We'll check next week. Check with me next week, and we'll see how this one goes.
I feel like I have more that I haven't thought of that are...
I think you do. You have a lot of them, a lot more than I do.
Okay.
See, I just have a very mundane life.
Do you think that was exciting what I just told?
No.
I saw a school bus. That's not exciting.
But you're driving every day. You're doing all those kinds of
So
things.
are you.
And I'm not.
You just said you go to get dinner and run errands.
I do. I go to get dinner and get errands. And
So you're driving every day.
not necessarily.
The coincidence doesn't have to be in the car. It can be anywhere.
My mileage that I drove last year was like less than 10,000 miles.
Okay. Well,
You do that in a month.
The coincidence can still be outside of your car, I'm saying. It doesn't have to be a car coincidence.
Okay.
There are multiple categories of coincidences.
Okay.
Plural coincidenci. Coincidi.
All right.
All right. Well, that was exciting, folks.
Well, it was exciting.
I have one more observation.
Okay, what's up?
I was also driving home tonight from work because I drive so much. And just noticed, because it was getting dark and I saw headlights in someone's windshield, how little people actually clean the inside of their windshield. It's crazy.
How little they clean them?
Yeah, like I got in Janelle's car. Hers wasn't terrible, but like
careful.
I used to get into rental cars.
Be careful.
And they wouldn't bother to like wipe the inside down or use like a quality glass cleaner.
You know, do you remember when you and I rented that car to go to Colorado?
I do.
Do you remember we stopped and got some glass cleaner and cleaned the windows?
Just because I was being so anal about it.
We were being anal.
Well, I mean, you're looking through the
I'm
entire
very
trip.
anal about it.
Yeah,
I really
you
am.
taught me the technique of like newspaper and a cloth and all that.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore, but I have a 2-cloth method.
That's it. You boil it down to 2 cloths, and that's it.
You got one that kind of gets most of it up. It's a regular kind of microfiber cloth.
Uh-huh.
And then you got another one that's more of like it's got more of a sheen to it. It gets the
real
streak
soft
free.
one.
Yeah.
Get you a streak free and just a solid clear glass window.
But I usually
Which is
do I go over it once and then I do a second one just to make sure I got all the streaks.
Generally, second one's the one to give you the streak.
Well, I just do another spray and then I I don't know. It seems to work.
Yeah.
But I'm just astonished by the people who don't do that because
Well, it's you're right. It's kind of gross when you get in the car.
Yeah, I realize I need to do mine soon too because I drive into the sunrise right now at that time, and then on the way home I'm driving into sunset or
haze,
or
haze of
headlights.
Yeah.
Excuse me. So yeah, I need to go up to Omaha this weekend, and I'll make sure to clean mine before I go.
Be sure and do that. Be sure and clean it up.
Any observations or anything new on your side, John?
Nothing new on my side. I have absolutely nothing new on my side.
You said you had questions of the week. What did that mean?
Questions?
Yeah, you said questions of the week.
What did I put down here?
I don't know if it was the trivia you wanted to do.
Oh, probably. Yeah, we can do some questions of the week.
Useless trivia puzzles?
Useless trivia puzzles. Great book that I bought I bought it at Joe Vito's when I was ordering dinner that night. They have a bunch of...
This week you did, or another time?
No, it was a couple of weeks ago. That outside they have this little flea market kind of place, and I found this book in there. It's kind of fun. It's $5.
It's the same night you found out that Jordan had a baby?
That's when I found out Jordan had a baby, little baby boy. And so anyway, it's kind of fun. Just has some fun questions to it. You ready?
I'm ready.
Question 1. Amsterdam is sometimes called the Venice of the North. How many canals does it have? 55, 105, 165, and 215.
215 we're going to go.
Ooh. Along with the canals, there are 1,281 bridges, most of them open to the ships to pass, and provide the Dutch school children with a handy "the bridge was open" excuse for tardiness. Hey, it beats the dog ate my homework. That's good.
So how many canals were there?
Yeah.
What's the answer?
I don't know. We didn't give it. How many canals does it have? 10. 10? Oh, 10. Number C, 165.
Wow.
165.
That was confusing.
What is the only country with a flag that is not rectangular or square?
Ooh, I think I heard this.
Yemen,
It's like Sweden, not Sweden.
Nepal, Switzerland, or Mexico?
I want to say Switzerland.
Nope. It's B, Nepal. Nepal's flag is made of two joined triangular shapes with the sun and moon designs.
Wait a second.
Wait a second. Can't do that.
I thought I heard this recently. Wait.
You did? Okay.
Well, maybe not. I thought I just heard this fact recently that it was like something like Switzerland that didn't have a square flag. What's the only United States state that has a non-rectangular flag? Do you know?
I don't know.
Ohio, I think.
Ohio? Really?
Okay,
That's a good question. I like that.
Sorry, carry on.
Okay. Last question. Which landmark shrinks about 6 inches every winter? Big Ben, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the Eiffel Tower, or the Giralda Tower?
I'll say Eiffel since there's a big picture of it right there.
No, actually it's C. Like the swimmer in the cold water, the metal tower is susceptible to temperature-induced shrinkage.
Yeah, wasn't that C? Or wasn't that Eiffel Tower?
It is. I'm sorry. It is Eiffel
This
Tower.
is such a
I'm not paying
confusing.
attention here.
Actually, no, it was C, Taylor. You're wrong.
Number C. Number C, Taylor. Sorry.
Okay, one more. Let's do
One
this one
more?
normal.
Where is the Colosseum located?
Rome. Venice.
Germany. Kansas City, Kansas. Omaha. Is it located in Athens, Florence, Jerusalem, or Rome?
It's Rome.
It is Rome. You're absolutely right. Way to go.
Thank you.
Good job.
Okay, one more. I'm having
One
so
more?
much fun.
Okay. In what Spanish city does the famous Running of the Bulls festival take
Oh,
place
don't tell me.
each July?
It's
You want to guess it, or I can give you some hints?
okay. Go ahead.
Barcelona, Madrid, Pamplona, or Valencia?
I think it's Madrid. Or wait, what was the second one? Yeah,
The second one is Madrid.
I'm gonna go with Madrid.
You're going to stick. Final answer?
Yes.
It's number C, Pamplona. Pamplona. Pamplona.
That's what I said. See. Okay, one more. Got to end on a make.
Okay. Take a trip to Easter Island and you'll find yourself vacationing with which magnificent how many magnificent statues? A, you want
12?
A, 4,012 golems,
Oh.
887
That was
Maui,
close.
263 Caios, and 8,045 Shirk.
I was thinking of something different when I said 8, by the way. I was thinking of the head, what was that called? Hedge. That's what Otis sat on. He sat on the sticker. Otis, come here.
Oh, dang.
Come here. Is it stuck?
Well, we got to take care of the president.
Oh, I'm sorry. He was freaked out by that.
Yeah.
Here. He's probably going to knock over the lights
Yeah,
again.
here we go.
Well,
Ready?
one more.
Easter Island, we didn't figure out.
Oh, okay.
It's
don't know.
B. 887 Maui. M-O-A-I. It says here, Easter Island, a Polynesian island in the Pacific Ocean, is home to 887 statues known as Maui. They were created by the Rapa Nui people and are formed mostly near the coast of Rapa Nui, the Polynesian name for the island. Easter Islands can rightfully be called the middle of nowhere. The closest inhabited island is more than 1,200 miles away, and that joined only has 50 permanent residents.
This is the world's longest trivia question.
It is. It's a great trivia question. I love these trivia questions. Okay.
Sorry, we should probably wrap it
Enough.
up. Otis
That's
is
Otis is-
freaking out.
He's freaking out? Okay. Let's get
Sorry.
him taken care of. Well, thank you all. Thanks, Taylor. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thanks for just a great episode, and thanks for your facts,
Fun episode.
and thanks for bringing 4 topics. And Otis says, thank you, everyone.
Yep. And we want to thank our sponsors,
Here,
Taylor Atkinson Photography.
Otis wants to talk.
Okay.
He enjoyed that.
He enjoyed that. Thanks, Taylor Atkinson Photography, CHD Wood Design, and be sure and stop by the Kansas City Auto Museum.
Otis likes the museum so much he's scooting on the carpet.
Yes.
Have a good week, everyone.
Thank you.
But